Today I'm going to be discussing single parent families and just a few things or opinions about that type of family dynamic. A single parent family is defined as a person who lives with a child or children that doesn't have a spouse or a live-in partner. This is true for both a man or a woman who lives with children alone, and it can be caused by many things: divorce, separation, death of a parent, or other things that just lead to one person being the sole caregiver of a child or children. This type of family is very unique because it is actually the exact opposite of the traditional two parent family. A few advantages to being part of a single parent family can include having stronger bonds and also being able to, as a single parent, make decisions for your family based on how you feel and not having to consult with somebody else. Oftentimes, single parents are able to have more one on one time with their children, which can lead to solid and stronger bonds. Along with the positives of this family also come negatives or challenges as well. Being a single parent can lead to financial hardships or added stress from just being able to provide everything on your own. And so another challenge that single parents also face is not being able to spread themselves out. So if you have multiple children and you're a single parent, being able to go to sports that may overlap can cause you to be stuck in a hard place where you have to decide which event you're attending or how you're going to be able to try to get to both. This can be an issue for single parents where in a two-family home, you could separate yourselves to be able to have one parent at each event. Like any other topic, group, or anything, there are often stereotypes that come along with being part of a single family household. It is often said that children that belong to single parents will suffer in all aspects. This goes from education to emotional relationships. And although I can see where the lack of having two parents could potentially cause issues, I also feel like children that grow up in two-parent homes, they also can be exposed to traumatic upbringings, fights, breakups, parents arguing over finances. These can also lead to similar issues. So I know that sometimes you could probably contribute stereotypes to things that have happened for a single parent, where you could also find similar things in a two parent or same sex or any other type of family dynamic. When it comes to being a teacher or a caregiver of a child who belongs to a single parent, I don't feel like you should ever look down on the parents or the family, regardless of their structure. I think your goal should be to build a solid team for that child. I think the best way to communicate with a single parent is however you would communicate with anybody else, and the best way for the parent. So whether it be text messages, emails, letters, I think a good way to create family involvement is just to have a good relationship with the parents and offer services or activities that can help them want to participate or volunteer. There are several ways to include the child in the communication as well. And this can go from just having like a communication notebook that goes back and forth. So you can write things that happen during the day in the classroom, and when they take it home, the parents can look, and that can give them questions or leads to be able to ask the child to see, hey, what happened in school today? And vice versa. If the parent writes in it, they can send it back, giving you information to be able to talk to the student about. I also think that making like a weekly or a monthly newsletter and letting the children be part of it, putting in what they want their parents to know, could help keep them involved in the communication that goes back and forth between school and home. In conclusion, I do feel like there are good and bad in every family structure. And although a single parent family might not be the norm or what everybody desires to be part of, I do feel like all families should be treated with respect regardless of their structure.